Meanwhile, tonight, a former Roncalli High School student is speaking out tonight about what he believes was discrimination that he faced during his senior year of high school. All of this after he says he became a vocal advocate for a guidance counselor who was suspended for being in a same-sex marriage. Our Emily Longnecker tells us how the alum is finding his voice yet again, and the new policy he fears will silence others.
The young man you see shouting in the front didn't think twice about raising his voice last August.
We will continue to be lifelong crusaders for the LGBT+ community.
Then Roncalli senior Dominic Conover helped to found the group Shelley's Voice in support of then Roncalli guidance counselor Shelley Fitzgerald after the school suspended her for being in a same-sex marriage. Conover himself even came out publicly at the time.
I think it was so important to show people that I am gay. I'm proud and I'm ready to take this stand for the other students.
After several months of raising his voice, though, Conover says school administrators called him into several meetings. The most memorable, he says, last February.
Basically, they told me that I had crossed a bunch of lines. They used that comparison. They said I had crossed the lines a bit too much and that I couldn't be crossing lines further if I wanted to graduate. I was terrified.
And quiet. Until recently.
For 67 days, I stayed in this darkness.
Conover has found his voice again, sharing his story here as a keynote speaker at an event in LA last month.
It was empowering, I would say, because for 5 months I was never able to tell the full story.
All of it coming just as Conover's alma mater released an expanded bullying and harassment policy. It prohibits students from speaking either physically, verbally, or electronically during school time or after hours in a way inconsistent with the Catholic Christian principles of the school, as determined by the school in its discretion. A violation could mean expulsion. Conover sees it as a threat to anyone who speaks out like he once did.
It's written right there, probable expulsion.
For the soon-to-be Butler University freshman, though, he's not afraid to speak out anymore, especially to the church in which he was raised.
If they start listening to our voices and listening to our pain, I think they're going to realize that it's time to change.
Emily Longnecker, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Now, the Archdiocese sent a statement to Eyewitness News tonight. They say they could not comment on private confidential meetings between students and school administrators. They also point out that the U.S. Constitution protects the rights of private religious schools to make rules for students and staff that support the school's religious mission.